everyone, I am MechaRandom42, your favorite YouTube harpy, and we have some good news. We've had a lot of bad Star Trek news, and then we had a little bit of good news where we found out that they canceled Star Trek 4, or at least the fourth of the Kelvin universe movies. This is some good news. So this comes from, if you guys have been following the blatant just theft of poor Anas Abdeen's video game Tardigrades, just the disrespect and just horrid treatment that CBS and their bully lawyers have been practicing. Like, they've just been dicks to the guy. They really have. So we got some good news. This comes from his blogspot, and I'm gonna link this in the description. This came out today. Discovery ordered for Star Trek Discovery. Star Trek Discovery claims for a frivolous lawsuit has no steam. Yeah, their claims for that the lawsuit is, because Discovery tried to just say, oh, the lawsuit's frivolous, you can't copyright tardigrades. So yesterday, January 8th, let me highlight this. It's a little hard to see here. Yesterday, January 8th, the judge had a pre-trial hearing in her courtroom with all the lawyers involved. The meeting resulted in a very positive outcome that helps find the truth and serve justice. Yay! The defendants requested to dismiss the case based on it being a frivolous claim, quote unquote. It was not entertained by the judge. The defendant's argument kept going around me trying to own copyright to the real-life tardigrade, which I never claimed that. And this is coming from Anas Abdeen himself, the man who developed the video game. Please check out the video game. Please. It looks really awesome. It's not Star Trek, but it's really cool and it's its own thing. So it's just not Star Trek. And that's what is the problem, is like they're trying to pass off this poor man's video game as their own thing and as Star Trek, and it's not. It's just not. That's like saying that, you know, a Big Mac is Star Trek. It's not. It's really not. So the judge set the timeline for the summary judgment motion, which means that the defendant's attempt to dismiss the case is limited to actual legal defects instead of generic claims. The judge also gave us discovery, in quotes, which means that we can request the defendants are compelled to provide information to support our case. The discovery order was only one-sided, which means that defendants cannot request information from us. Nice! Finally, the judge granted us the third amended complaint as of right. This means we no longer need the express permission from the defendants to file the third complaint. So, good news. That sounds like good news. Because they were trying to like discredit this lawsuit by saying, oh yes, he can't claim copyright tardigrades. That is true. Tardigrades are these microscopic water bear sort of things, and then they're like microscopic organisms. His use of tardigrades involved the giant space one. Let me see if I can scroll down. Let me see if my, there's nothing else on the page. His game, and I've got other articles and videos about this. I'll link at least one more of them in the description below. His game has this giant tardigrade that travels through space using the mycelial network and using spores and all these things. Like Discovery, and Discovery had to flat out change how Star Trek worked. You know, they had to change how Star Trek travels through space. Star Trek used to use warp drive. Now they're using this tardigrade. They you know, and they're changing uniforms to look like, we already have established uniforms for this timeline. We have the cage. This takes place around the same time as the cage, or pretty close. We have the uniforms already established. We have the aesthetic of the ship established. They changed so much to match the game. So this is super good news. What do you guys think? I hate it when CBS bullies people. I hate it when these giant corporations do whatever they can just to bully people because they can get away with it. Because guess what? We're on the internet now, and we can gang up just as much, and we can call bullshit, and we can celebrate, and we can point out anything, and we can make videos, you know, like that call this out. We can make videos like my most recent one where I called out Sonequa Martin Green for basically insulting the fan base of both Star Trek and Doctor Who and not getting her crap straight, right? You know, anything we can do to damage their brand legally. by pointing out how bad it is, by giving honest critiques, by, you know, calling out the legit articles that are out there and the legit quotes that we get, by calling out their contradictory behavior, by calling out when they're bullying people. Don't bully people like this. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please go support this video game. And if you guys don't know anything about Steam Greenlight, the Steam Greenlight program used to be a program on Steam, and Steam is this basically iTunes for video games sort of thing. You install this program on your computer, and you can buy games through it. You can play games through that. You can use that to play multiplayer games online for free without using your console. It's kind of an amazing service, and I compare it a lot to like iTunes or the Google Play Store for, you know, like hardcore video games, you know, for like video games. And the Greenlight program was a way of indie game developers to submit their games by vote from the fandom and from gamers to say, hey, do we want this video game on our platform or not? And this was greenlit. This has been greenlit. People said, yes, we want this video game. So it's clearly popular enough that they've most likely seen it. And we have other indications. You can piece so much of this together. I'm sure Midnight's Edge is going to do a great video piecing a lot of this together. They've done a lot. Go check out their videos. They're being suppressed by possibly, now I speculate, this is pure speculation, those videos tend to not do as well because CBS tends to not allow the videos circulation. They don't allow Midnight's Edge any circulation on the Facebook groups. They don't allow any mention of them on those. They don't know who I am, so please, if you are in the Facebook groups, share this video around. Congratulations, this is some good news. It's just one of the battles, but they, you know, hopefully we're gonna, this is a small win. This is a small win. So hopefully, here's to many more. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys on the next video or live stream. Bye!